Welcome to today's journey. Take a deep breath and listen slowly, because what you're about to hear isn't just another story. It might be a message from the universe meant only for you, Aries. More than 500 years ago, Nostradamus left behind a mysterious quatrain, a riddle that spoke of a moment in time when the souls carrying the sacred flame of pioneers would rise to become symbols of wealth and power. And now, the signs across the sky are aligning. The year 2025, the gateway of destiny is opening. The question is, are you ready to step through? So stay with me. Together we'll unravel this prophecy and discover why Nostradamus believed Aries was chosen to become the emblem of a brand new era. Now let us begin. From the sacred flame Nostradamus spoke of so long ago, have you ever wondered, among the thousands of prophecies hidden in Nostradamus' ancient texts, why the name Aries, yes, you was spoken of, as a symbol of wealth and power? I still remember the first time I read his verses. It was a quiet night. The wind whispered outside the window, shadows wrapped around the room, and only a small candle flickered softly in the silence. I paused for a long time over an ancient quatrain. It said, "When heaven and earth unite, the pioneer's flame will rise, guiding humanity through the longest nights into realms of prosperity and glory." And in that moment, I knew Nostradamus was speaking about you, Aries. That pioneer's flame, it lives inside you. Aries, the one who takes the first step, the one who dares to open new paths, the soul that refuses to stand still when the world whispers impossible. You are the ones who don't just see the door to the future. You are the ones who open it, even when everyone else hesitates. When I meditate beneath the movement of the stars, I feel more deeply than ever the energy Nostradamus wrote about. Aries isn't just a zodiac sign, it's rebirth. It's a symbol of unyielding will. It's a sacred flame the universe placed in your hands, to light your own path and perhaps to illuminate the entire world. But to reach this moment, you've walked through many long winters, haven't you? You faced loss, challenges, crossroads where the lines between right and wrong blurred. There were moments when you wondered, has the universe forgotten my name? And yet, here you are. Today, as we turn back to prophecies written 5 centuries ago, you begin to understand, none of it was meaningless. Every sleepless night, every tear, every uncertain step was preparing you for a single defining moment. Nostradamus believed that when the time came, when the planets aligned in rare harmony, the flame within Aries would ignite brighter than ever before, and that light would guide you into a place you once only dreamed of. Do you feel it deep down? You were never weak. You were never born to follow. You came into this life to lead, to begin, to rewrite rules the world once thought unshakable. Some may have called you stubborn, impatient, even reckless, but Nostradamus saw something else. He saw in Aries a rare boldness, a spirit the universe itself has been waiting for. He saw a soul willing to move ahead of destiny, not to escape it, but to shape it into something extraordinary. Life always offers its gifts to those who dare to believe and dare to step forward. The universe whispers to us every day, but only those who listen, truly listen, can hear its call. Perhaps right now you're standing at the edge of an unnamed threshold. Everything still feels uncertain. Maybe you don't yet know what the future holds, but Nostradamus saw it clearly. Your time is coming, not years from now, but here, now, in the moment you choose to believe in the sacred flame already burning inside you. I believe within every Aries lies a seed of transformation. And when you choose to rise, when you choose to live fully in your own power, the universe will answer. Opportunity finds only those who are ready to receive it. So if these words are touching something deep inside you, pause, breathe slowly, look within, and ask yourself, could this be the moment Nostradamus spoke of? Could I be the one the universe has chosen? Share your thoughts in the comments. Tell me your stories, your turning points, your struggles and awakenings, because you never know, your story might become the light that guides another Aries still searching for their own. But remember this moment of destiny isn't random. It didn't fall from the sky. It isn't some fleeting miracle. It's been shaped, prepared, written by the rare dance of the stars and planets for centuries. And now, as this moment draws near, the veil begins to lift. A new layer of the story unfolds, a deeper one, where the year 2025 becomes the golden gateway for Aries, an event Nostradamus foretold, 500 years ago, there are moments in the lifetime of the soul when everything seems to fall into chaos, and yet the universe quietly draws an invisible line, connecting all the scattered pieces together. For Aries, the year 2025 is that moment. It isn't just a number, it's a point of destiny, where everything you've lived through, the trials you've endured, the losses that once left you feeling lost and broken, all come together into one inevitable turning point. And Nostradamus, over 500 years ago, he saw this moment. He believed there would come a time when the children of fire, those born under the skies of Aries, would step through an unseen gateway and begin a journey unlike anything they've ever known. When you look at the star map of 2025, you'll see something rare, almost miraculous. Mars, your ruling planet, the planet of strength, ambition, that relentless drive to lead and conquer, aligns with Saturn, the planet of discipline, order, and power. Astrologers call it a harmonic convergence. Mars brings the fire, Saturn brings the structure. And when these two forces stand side by side, they create a surge, a cosmic waterfall, opening a path only for those brave enough to walk through it. For Aries, this is destiny calling. I've meditated on this moment for a long time, and the deeper I listen, the clearer it becomes. The universe opens the door, but only you can choose to step through it. 2025 could be the year when dreams that once felt impossible suddenly become a clear path forward, but only if you believe. I know, many Aries have walked through a decade of trials. There have been losses so deep, moments when you thought you'd lost yourself entirely, nights when you sat in silence, watching your dreams drift further and further away, and you whispered to yourself, "Why does life have to be so hard?" But look closer and you'll see the truth. None of it was meaningless. Every stumble, every scar, every sleepless night has been shaping you, quietly, steadily, lifting you higher. Because 2025 isn't just about wealth. It isn't just about career. It's about healing. It's about awakening the purest part of your soul, the part of you you may have forgotten while chasing the noise of the world. When Mars and Saturn move into harmony, your energy returns to its roots. You begin to see yourself clearly again. You understand what truly matters, beyond money, beyond status, beyond titles. And then something extraordinary happens. When your soul becomes whole, every door outside you begins to open naturally. You know, it's your wounds that make you different. Aries are the pioneers, but to blaze a new trail, you've carried more scars than most will ever know. The universe remembers. When Nostradamus wrote of this rare planetary alignment, he saw warriors of fire rising out of the shadows, lighting the way for others to follow. You might think you're just trying to make it through each day. But hear me, Aries, your energy isn't just changing your life. It ripples outward, it inspires, it leads, and that is why you were chosen. I remember a line from an ancient record. On the day when light and shadow unite, those who carry the flame will open the path to prosperity for all humankind. Nostradamus called this the time of awakening, and Aries, you are part of this symphony. This means 2025 doesn't just change your life, it places you where your choices, your presence, your courage begin to shape the world around you. So I want you to pause for a moment, close your eyes, and picture it, a golden gateway opening before you, light pouring through from the other side, warm and gentle, like the first breath of a new dawn. You take a single step, and suddenly, every moment of your past feels like it was leading you here. And if deep within your heart, you feel it's time to begin again, say to yourself, "I am ready." If you want, write those words in the comments below, because sometimes a single affirmation can become the torch that lights the path for someone else who's been lost. But before you step through, there's something you need to understand. The reason Nostradamus spoke of Aries, the reason the universe offers you this moment, it isn't just written in the stars, it's written in you, in the fire that refuses to stay still, in the light that sets you apart. And to truly understand it, we need to look deeper into the very essence of who you are, the part of you that makes Aries, the pioneer, the symbol of a brand new era. There are people born to walk paths already paved, but there are also souls sent to this life to carve the way forward. And Aries, you belong to the second group. You were never born to follow anyone's footsteps. You were born to leave the very first ones. From a very young age, there's been something restless inside you, something you could never name. It's that unease when you're forced to stand still, that fire that pushes you forward, even when no road exists yet. Some people would call it recklessness, but I, after years of studying astrology and meditating with the movements of the stars, I know this truth. It's the calling of your soul. Aries carries the energy of the pathfinder, the pioneer who refuses to accept limits. You see opportunities long before the rest of the world even notices them, and more than anything else, you dare to take the step while everyone else is still standing still. I know that path hasn't been easy. When you walk ahead of the crowd, you're also the first to meet the headwinds. You felt underestimated, overlooked, even wounded. The world couldn't yet recognize your true worth. But remember this, the universe has never forgotten you. Those challenges didn't come to break you. They came to forge you, to shape you into a flame strong enough to light your own path and illuminate the way for those who follow. And that's why, when Mars, your ruling planet, aligns with Saturn in 2025, your energy will be amplified like never before. Mars gives you the fire, the drive, the unstoppable urge to break through. Saturn, on the other hand, offers you grounding patience and the strength to sustain your success. It's a rare alignment, and it arrives at the exact moment you've grown strong enough to stand firmly in your own power. I've met so many Aries in my life, and there's something fascinating I've come to realize. You don't wait for opportunity to knock, you create it. That's what sets you apart. When the world is still hesitating, you're already paving a new way. When others say it can't be done, you're the one who asks, why not? The world needs you for exactly that reason, and sometimes you need to remind yourself of it too. And if there are moments when you feel tired, lost, unsure, place your hand over your heart and listen. You'll hear the voice of the fire within you, reminding you that you've never been lost. You were never just a faint brushstroke in the vast painting of the cosmos. No, you are one of the boldest strokes life has ever created. Nostradamus once believed that in extraordinary times, certain souls would rise from the shadows to reignite humanity's faith. And I believe Aries is one of those souls. You were born to shine, but your light doesn't come from trying to be like anyone else. It comes from being unapologetically you. When you embrace your pioneering spirit, you become a mirror, a living reminder for those still afraid to take their first step. There's a powerful lesson here. When you believe in the fire within, the world will have no choice but to believe with you, not because you shouted the loudest, not because you tried to prove yourself, but because true strength never needs to make a sound, it shines on its own. So let me ask you this, have you ever felt, deep down, that you were born to do something greater than where you are right now? Have you ever felt your heart pulling you forward, even when no one else believed in you? If your answer is yes, I want to hear your story. Share it in the comments, because maybe, just maybe, your journey will inspire another Aries standing right now at a crossroads of their life. The year 2025, it's like a massive golden door slowly opening, but not everyone can see the light spilling from behind it, and not everyone has the courage to step through. But you, Aries, you are different. You were born with eyes that see farther than most, and a heart that can hear whispers the world has yet to notice. That's why the universe has placed before you 4 luminous paths, places where your energy meets the movement of the stars. To unlock miracles Nostradamus once foresaw, picture this, a quiet morning. You stand at a crossroads of roads that don't yet have names. Behind you lie years of trials, slow, steady steps through storms and shadows. Ahead of you stretches an endless sky, wide and boundless. In that stillness, the universe leans close and whispers, it's time for your pioneering flame to shine. And those paths before you are exactly where destiny has been waiting. The first is the realm of technology and innovation. This is an age where the future is rewritten every single day. AI, blockchain, green tech, big data, concepts that once felt distant, are now reshaping the world before our very eyes. For you, Aries, 2025 carries a rare energy, like holding a key to the front lines of this transformation. You're not just here to learn technology, you're here to create it. Inside you is a gift, the ability to see value in what others dismiss as unfinished. Mars hands you the power to leap forward. Saturn grounds you with strength and stability. Together, these forces fuse, turning you into the trailblazer, who builds solutions the world never dared to imagine. Imagine this, a creation that carries your signature, a piece of technology not just used but touching millions of lives, an invention that changes the way people live, work, and love. That's not just achievement, that is legacy. But Aries, your gift reaches deeper than machines. You carry the power to touch hearts. In a world drowning in data, the human spirit still aches for raw, unfiltered emotion. And that leads us to the second path, art and entertainment. Music, film, literature, painting. These aren't just mediums. They're bridges connecting hearts that have forgotten how to feel. When the planets align in 2025, your intuition, your creativity, will awaken with a force you've never known. You might write a song that leaves people silent after the very first note. You might create a film that transforms how millions view love, pain, and healing. You might ignite a wave of creativity that calls humanity back to the values it once abandoned. Aries, never doubt this gift inside you. You were born to inspire, and when your art moves in harmony with the universe, your voice can become the voice of an entire era. But even the most beautiful dreams need a solid ground to stand upon. That's when the third path opens, business and investment. 2025 isn't offering fleeting chances. It's laying out a long horizon of prosperity. The universe is opening fertile fields, and you are the one planting the very first seeds. Clean energy, real estate, creative startups, biotechnology. These are not just industries, they are promises of transformation. And with your innate vision and instinct, you'll see value long before anyone else does. But here's the deeper truth. True prosperity doesn't come from owning, it comes from creating. When you pour your energy into projects that hold real meaning and bring real value, the universe responds, rewarding you with gifts beyond numbers. Wealth isn't just measured in bank accounts. It lives in the lives you change, with the things you build. And this, Aries, is your moment to write the next chapter of your extraordinary journey. And yet there's one more door, a path that doesn't just change your life, but ripples outward, influencing an entire generation. This is the path of social and political influence. There are moments in history when a single voice, spoken at the right time, can alter the fate of millions, and 2025 is one of those moments. You carry within you the energy of a guide. When Mars and Saturn merge their forces, your voice, your presence, will carry more weight than ever before. This is your time to step forward, to become the bridge between people, communities, even nations. You might lead a social movement, launch a community campaign, or represent the human values the world is silently aching for. But remember this, true power isn't about what you hold, it's about what you give. Sometimes influence doesn't require grand stages or millions of followers. Sometimes all it takes is becoming a single torch in the dark, and that light will spread on its own, finding every heart searching for hope. Look closely at these four paths, and you'll see the truth. Your Aries energy is in resonance with the movements of the cosmos, painting a much bigger picture than you realize. Each door that opens carries not just opportunities for you, but the chance to inspire, to create, leave value for everyone around you. Imagine a day when your success isn't just yours to hold, but becomes a beacon lighting the way for thousands, even millions, because when personal success becomes shared value, that is when you touch true prosperity. I want to hear from you. Of these paths opening before you, which one makes your heart beat faster? Share it in the comments below, because who knows, your story might become the spark that opens another door for someone else. But Aries, remember this, opportunities are just potential. Nostradamus' prophecy only becomes reality when you prepare, when you discipline your fire, and when you act. This is the moment to craft a clear plan, a strategy that balances spirit and matter, ambition and stillness, vision and patience, and that is exactly where we're headed next, into the space where preparation becomes the key that unlocks the treasures the universe has been keeping for you. Dear Aries, the prophecy of Nostradamus is not a gift handed to you. It's only a door left slightly open, and you are the one who must choose to step through it. What's coming in 2025 carries opportunities unlike anything you've ever seen before. But opportunity only becomes reality when you know how to claim it. Start by investing wisely, but don't just think about money. Invest in your passion, in what makes your heart come alive. Money can vanish, opportunities can shift, but your skills, your knowledge, your inner power, that stays with you forever. When you pour your energy into what you truly love, Aries, the universe will answer. It will open doors you never knew existed, paths you couldn't see before until now. And this is also the moment for you to rise as a leader. Leadership isn't about control or dominance. It's about making clear decisions, negotiating with calm wisdom, and inspiring others simply by being the example. Don't hold back your voice. Don't fear that it's too small to matter, because when you dare to speak, you'll find those who walk beside you. And when you dare to act, Aries, you become the spark, the inspiration for an entire community. Along this journey, begin to shape your own personal brand. The world is changing fast, and the digital space has become a mirror reflecting who you are. This is your time to turn your story, your values, and your message into a voice that can be heard. When you tell your own story, you don't just shape how others see you. You start to see yourself more clearly. And that, Aries, is one of the greatest keys to stepping through the door Nostradamus once foresaw. But for your story to be heard, you'll need real connections. Open your circle not just to chase opportunity, but to learn, co-create, and grow. Some doors only open when you walk through them with someone else, and it's those authentic relationships that will take you to places you could never reach alone. Remember, technology is your silent ally in a world where boundaries blur and fade. Creativity isn't just about ideas anymore. It's about action, about turning a spark in your mind into something lasting and valuable. If you can embrace this power, the old limits will dissolve. The universe always rewards those who blend intuition with the tools of the age. But above all, it's discipline that will keep your fire burning strong. Passion is the fuel, Aries, but discipline is what turns that flame into pure power. You are the one who holds the fire, and only when you learn to master it will your light be bright enough to guide not just yourself, but everyone who follows behind. So, prepare yourself, because an opportunity of a lifetime is coming closer than you think. Don't just sit and wait for a miracle. Become a part of it. When you invest in yourself, the universe invests in you. When you trust and step forward, the path reveals itself beneath your feet. And then, when all those doors open at once, there will be one final message. A whisper from the universe meant only for you, Aries. A reminder carried across the centuries, just waiting for you to listen. There are moments in life when you feel as if the entire universe is whispering something meant only for you. A message not written in words, but carried deep in the quiet vibrations of your soul. For you, Aries, 2025 is that moment. Centuries ago, Nostradamus left behind mysterious quatrains about a time when the souls born with a pioneering flame would rise and shine. But he never called it a miracle, because this isn't something handed down from the outside. It's an awakening that begins within. Picture this. You're standing in a silent space where time itself seems to pause. In front of you, a doorway of light stretches wide. Warm, ethereal, sacred, and yet somehow familiar. You feel your heartbeat slowing, and with every beat you realize one thing. Every step, every trial, every sleepless night you've endured has been leading you right here, to this moment. 2025 is an invitation from the universe itself. The alignments, the prophecies, the whispers of the stars, they're not the answer, they are the music to the dance that only you can perform. The universe may open the path, but Aries, only you can take the step. Do you remember the restless nights, the unfinished dreams, the questions without answers? Do you remember the times you stood at the edge of failure, feeling as though you had nothing left, and yet you kept going? Those moments, the ones you thought had broken you, were quietly shaping you, strengthening you. The universe has never once forgotten your effort, and now it whispers, Aries, rise, it's time to shine. Remember this, wealth and power don't begin with what's outside of you. They begin with how you see yourself. True wealth is your ability to create value, to inspire others, to turn your dreams into hope for someone else's tomorrow. And true power, it isn't about control, it's about awakening light in hearts still searching for their faith. Aries, you were born with a sacred fire. That fire has never gone out. It's only been waiting for this exact moment to rise. And when Mars and Saturn align in 2025, your light will blaze brighter than ever before. But remember, the universe gives you energy. You decide where it flows. Maybe you feel fear right now, and that's okay. Before every great leap, Our hearts always tremble a little. Place your hand on your chest, take a deep breath, and whisper to yourself, I am ready. Because when you believe in yourself, every door begins to open. Not because Nostradamus said so, not because the planets command it, but because within every breath you take, you've always carried the power to create a story greater than fate itself. Here's a truth no one tells you. The universe doesn't choose the easy souls. It chooses those who have stumbled, those who have doubted, those who have been lost but never gave up. You've been chosen, Aries, not because you're flawless, but because you're relentless, with the fire inside you. So starting today, walk forward with an open heart, trust your intuition, honor the values you carry, and never ever be afraid to shine. Because when you allow yourself to stand in the light, you become the light for someone else who's still trying to find their way. Nostradamus saw a future where Aries would become the symbol of a new era, not just for wealth, but for the strength of spirit you bring to this world. See 2025 not as the reward, but as the beginning of a new chapter. Everything that's happened until now was simply preparation, and what comes next will be proof of your courage, your resilience, and the love you've poured into this life. Thank you, Aries, for being here, for listening, for believing. Thank you for daring to live as your true self, even on the days when the world wasn't ready to see you. I wish you a 2025 filled with light, with the prosperity Nostradamus once spoke of, and above all, with peace deep within your soul. And always remember this, your fire has never gone out. Now is the time to let it blaze.